Hello everybody, my name is Sven. I'm a local wood turner here in Riverside, California. Today I'm going to show you how I do hollow forms. Some of you are beginners, some a little more advanced. Hopefully you can use what I show you today. And I'll be going through this relatively quick due to the time limit we have with YouTube. But I will stop at certain areas that I feel important and show you what steps I take to do a hollow form. So, all said and done, the first thing I do is, on the wood blank is on a drill press, I'll drill a little pilot hole with a 1-inch Forstner bit. Once I do that, it's actually a safety feature, not allowing the piece to jump off the lathe once it's turning. What I prefer is a 2-prong spur, which I'll insert in that 1-inch hole and drive it down. And then what we're going to do now is get it mounted. Now I usually just eyeball things right around here and get it centered as best you can. Tighten it down, give it a little spin, looks good to me. So I'll crank that down a little bit there, give it another little tight turn. I'm going to do, some of you, if you like, you can knock your corners off on the bandsaw. This particular time, I choose not to. So what we're going to do for safety is get our tool rest close by, make sure we're at the proper level, and we're going to turn it on slow and bring it up to speed. Okay, and what I do is I usually turn about 800 RPMs for almost everything. It is being square right now, but I should be able to bring it up to about 7 or so. Okay. What I'm first going to do in roughing is I'm going to start out with a 5/8 bowl gouge. And we're going to do is make this round for right now. So I'll come in. We can move the tool rest in a little bit now and give this a tighten. Every time you make a pass, give it a little tight turn on there. Remember to slow it down towards the end when you come off the end of the turning there. Now we're going to move it in a little bit more. One more time, another turn. I think I'll bring it up a little bit higher now that we're semi-round. As you notice, I tend to get it a little round pretty quick. Sometimes I can be aggressive and take a big bite. Some of you don't have to do that, obviously, but I like to. Okay, that should do it for right now. What do you think of that? Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so, the next step, now that I have it round, what I want to do for you guys right now is we need to cut a tendon so that we can mount it in a chuck once we get started. So what I want you to do is basically, this is what we're going to do. We're going to form this thing between centers before I even chuck it. So I want you guys to form a tendon right in here to go inside a one-way chuck. I do have lots of different chucks, but for right now, we're just going to use a deep jaw chuck on a one-way. Okay, and that's what we'll mount it with. So what we're going to do is cut this right here, and this part is very important. We need to have a nice 90 degree. This is what holds it, but this lip right here is what keeps it from wobbling. Okay. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to put away the 5/8 gout and go to a 1/2-inch bowl gouge. Now this particular tool right here is a fabulous tool. It's made by Schwartzer. It's called D-Way Tools. It's www.dway tools. I highly recommend. Dave is just a really nice guy. He machines everything all by himself. It's by far superior than anything out there. So what we're going to do now is cut the tendon, and you can do that by moving your tool rest over this way. Now I'm going to go through some of these steps a lot, fairly quick, because you've all cut before, so we need to get to the highlights of the hollow form. So let's cut the tendon right now. Okay, as you can see, I cut it right now and we're going to clean it up, but basically this will be my lip and this will be my tendon holding it. So if you need to, let's clean it up just a little bit. We can overextend, clean that part up. And since what's really important, okay, is to get, when we get this between center, is to get this type of shape that I have right here, because 99% of the time, right where that V groove is, that is going to be the bottom of the inside of the hollow form. I will keep this here for future reference. So what I'm going to do is get this bottom cleaned up and looking like that. Now what I'm going to do right now is take a, right after I did this lip, I'm going to take a nice plunge cut, like that. Now what it allows me to do is, this is basically the bottom of my hollow form. Now not all of you guys can do this. It's just the way I see forms as I'm turning. And what I do is I'll come up here like this, and I'm visualizing right at the bottom down here where the bottom of this hollow form is going to be. So I'll start up about the 1/3 area right here, and I come over the top because it allows me to see through my peripheral to see the bottom of that. So you'll see the cut as I'm going. Okay, now we're starting to take shape. I see that part right here, so now what I'm going to do is take care of the top. And I'll come in here and start turning the corner. Okay, can you see the shape now? We're starting. So what I'm going to do here is actually shape it pretty much between the centers before I even transfer it to the chuck. I know that I want my top of the form to look a little different, so I'll come in here. Now, I'm probably taking off more than I need to at one time, but okay, now I have the top rounded over. Now this is just rough, but at least it's almost in the shape that I want. Now, if I'm looking at it, I'm looking for highs and lows. I'm going to blend this top up here. I like the top right now, but I need to pick it back up right in this area, and it's too bulky right here. So I'm going to make another pass. Oh, one other thing, okay? I highly recommend that you spend a lot of time and learn how to sharpen. Sharpen, sharpen, sharpen. It's the key to wood turning. This is a Badan. It's ground at a little bit of an angle. And what I want to do is just clean this bottom tenon up really nice and 90. If you happen to have a Vic mark, you want a little dovetail in it. With the one way, you don't have to. It's just a straight shot. So now that I clean that up, I'm going to do is make one more long cut down here to get a better shape that I feel comfortable with. I'll start up here. And what I'm doing is looking down at the bottom. Oops. Okay, we'll shape this a little bit more once we put it in the chuck, but in the next video, we'll take it from, we'll chuck it and start from there. Thank you.